What's up, board game people? It's been a hot week for news and crowdfunding, and next week is another busy one too. Grab a drink, relax, and let's blow through some news. I don't get any money from publishers or creators to make my videos. I make them so we can all stay up to date on the latest in crowdfunding and retail news in our corner of the hobby. If I get something wrong or we disagree about something, let me know in the comments. First, let's get some updates on what's live on crowdfunding now. Idols of Torment launched this week and quickly funded. It's a bit of a DIY tabletop strategy game. They provide the rules and possible models for you to print, and you can substitute models or MacGyver whatever else you want for terrain and such. If you haven't already, be sure and check it out. Merchant's Cove Mastercraft has just over a week to go in their campaign, and they're currently sitting at just under $500,000, with so many stretch goals unlocked. Recently, they've unlocked more Paladin cards, more Townsfolk, a 5th staff action module, more rogue cards, 3 more solo scenarios, and we're coming up on a new Corruption Eruption module for the game. Forsaken also has a little over a week left. They're currently sitting at just under $350,000 in funding, and again their stretch goals are rolling. They have been unlocking more jobs, more encounters, more feats, and better rewards. They do funding and social stretch goals and daily reveals, so there's always something new just around the corner. Finally, Dune War for Arrakis is launched this week and is sitting around $600,000 in funding. Again, CMON is having their backers enter a contract, signing away their rights upon backing. I suggest you read the fine print. You can find campaign guides for all these campaigns linked in the video description. This week we have Kingdom Come Deliverance launching on Gamefound. Dungeons Universalis' new expansion is launching on Kickstarter. And Fate Forge Chronicles of Khan is also launching on Kickstarter. Now let's get to some news for the week. The Gatekeeper has returned with some bad news about shipping of Atmosfear or Nightmare. As we know, shipping charges have risen since the campaign, and your shipping will be going up by a little bit. Check the chart in the update for details. They've also had to push delivery to February of 2023 due to COVID closures of factories. The Ancestors Nkosi campaign is putting out their pledge manager very soon, likely before this video is published. You'll be able to get everything from past campaigns, and they have some questions they'd like to ask and get feedback on. Remember, money spent during the pledge manager and late backing will count towards more stretch goals. Kingdom Come Deliverance was delayed 1 week at the last moment. It will now launch on the 19th. Make sure you follow the campaign if you want to get the freebie. Check out the updates for how to win a free all-in copy. The pledge manager for Return to Dark Tower is open. You can also light back at this time. They plan to leave the pledge manager open for a month and will charge cards when it fully closes. Mythic is back to show off their latest fumble with the Darkest Dungeon. They're showing off the once again red miniatures that Touch of Darkness backers will receive. Apparently the details looked better on the red minis once they had a wash. Regular backers will still be receiving the gray minis. Hey, at least they're shipping out copies to reviewers, right? Maybe one day we'll actually see ours at our doorstep. Sadly, I'm still human and I missed the monthly Stormsunder update, so let's cover that now. Another round of credit card charging will occur on the week of the 26th. The pledge manager is finally closing as well, at least it will be on January 30th of 2023. They've given us an updated chart showing good progress across the board with most of the remaining work left to do for the campaign books. There are 3 masters remaining for the Wave 1 minis, the campaign books are underway, and the other components are mostly done. Steamforged Games has opened pre-orders for the new Dark Souls board game core sets. Just a warning, these are on the expensive side, but Dark Souls always has been. Each set is running $109.95, with no ship date yet that I'm aware of. These are standalone games that can be combined with the older products. These include miniatures, everything you need to play, and revitalized community-driven rule sets that hopefully will remove some of the grind from the game. The Elder Scrolls Skyrim adventure game has set sail on the Sea of Ghosts and is headed towards backers now. In Asia, they'll be shipping out on the 23rd. Australia should ship out on the 23rd as well. UK's ship is due in port on the 22nd, but may be delayed by strikes. The German shipment is due in port on the 30th. USA and North America should be in on the 30th, but may be delayed by strikes again. We have a quick update for Nemesis Lockdown language version shipping. In the EU, the shipments are going out slowly, but they should be out by early October at the latest. In Canada, they should already be shipping out to backers. The Dark Quarter is back with a new update touching on the challenges of working an ocean apart. They've made significant improvements to the editor to allow for everything the game needs, and this has led down some interesting pathways. They've left us with a few peeks at the art that's been made for the game. Resident Evil, the board game, has been delayed until July or August of 2023. Quality issues with the printed components and some miniatures caused this delay. They've shown off a few of the minis that came out without needing corrections. This update also highlights zombies. Check out the full update for all the gory details. Nanolith closed in spectacular fashion with over $200,000 in funding and more than 2,400 backers. All stretch goals were unlocked. They've offered a huge thank you and are letting everyone know Nanolith will be at Tactica Hamburg and Spiel Essen this year. Lawyer Up Season 2 has dropped a nice update showing off the cover art for Season 2. Development and testing is ongoing for the solo mode. The casino heist is almost complete. The next few months will be focused on polishing the game and finishing the art. The Pledge Manager will be open until production begins. You can find Teburu and the Bad Karmas at Spiel Essen this year. On the design side of things for Teburu, they're finalizing all the game modes for the Bad Karmas. Now, for some heavy playtesting. For art, they're focusing on illustrating narrative events that occur throughout the campaign. They're showing off some of the wax samples of the minis, and finally we're getting a look at how that big box storage solution goes together. Silver Coin Age of Monster Hunters is back, baby! Late pledges are open and the Pledge Manager is expected to launch in November. This update, they're showing off the 3D model for the Hussar miniature. They're also taking a vote on what to name their Mind Flayer monster. Ivion Season 2 Backerkit Pledge Manager is now open. Late backing is open as well. The deadline on the Backerkit survey is May 15th of 2023. They've also announced the Hero Crafting League for Ivion, run through their Discord. Sounds like a blast and a fun way to hone your skills. Check it out. Sea of Legends, Vengeance of the Empires wrapped their campaign with just under $320,000 in funding. The crew would all like to offer the backers a hearty thank you. Dungeons of Doria will be at Spiel Essen with prototypes available for play. Go say hi and play a little. Kickstarter funding is cleared and the print and play will be made available very soon. Campaign files or the Create Your Own Room files will also be sent out. Room and door events are still being worked on and will take a bit longer to be published. We have the latest from Final Girl Series 2. The Wave 1 shipping is underway with stock for Asia hitting the fulfillment hub already. In the US and Canada, the ship is running early, but Quartermaster Logistics is backed up. They're still hopeful to get the games to us by Halloween. In the UK, the ship is due in port on October 13th. In the EU, it'll be in port on the 10th of October. Australia and New Zealand should start shipping around the 27th of this month. Wave 1 reprint will arrive at retailers after the backers have their copies. Wave 2 is proceeding with the pre-production stage, and they're on track for Q1 delivery of Wave 2. Tainted Grail Kings of Ruin has set the launch date for their campaign as September 27th. This update, we get to see the new standalone adventure in all its glory. Many of the components and characters are on display. Personally, the Jester has my vote. We'll be following this one closely. Chronicles of Drunagor is back, with another Wave 1 shipping update, including updates for the language backers. The language updates are in your native tongue, so you'll have to read the details yourselves. US and Canada shipments are being sent across the US in search of faster delivery times. They're going to be going out this week. In the UK, the port strike is wreaking havoc and they'll keep us updated. In the EU, the packages are going through customs. Backers of the ISS Vanguard, prepare for landing. The first packages are starting to arrive at backers' doors. RTFM has created a how-to-play video that's available on YouTube. There's also an official companion application that can help with some of the bookkeeping if you'd like. More to come on deliveries soon. Earth Under Siege Flashpoint doesn't quite know when they'll close up the Pledge Manager yet. Development is coming along at a good pace with nearly all art complete. Miniatures are on the way to being locked down and ready to produce. Testing is ongoing and they're working on the later missions and testing everything thoroughly. They had to make some tough choices about the tiles for the expansion. The tile count has gone from 18 to 2. The core box tiles have been made double-sided, so we still get the variety that we expected. They're also including another miniature in the expansion in hopes that it'll make up for it a little bit. Finally, translation packs will be available for German and French. Sadly, Spanish and Italian didn't have enough backers and will only receive the PDFs. They're still offering refunds if this doesn't work for you. Steamforged Games announced a new Elden Ring board game coming soon to Kickstarter. Experience the video game's characteristically challenging fights recreated through intelligent dice-free combat, where you'll need to strategize and adapt to survive. Marvel Zombies has posted their picture-by-picture unboxing of the core set. The pizza box holding the miniatures is shoved in on top of everything else. It's going to be fun fishing that out every time without damaging the box. Everything else is about par for course. They should be getting Wave 1 assembled now. Batman Day was this week, and Gotham City Chronicles gave us a special update to celebrate. They're showing off some pages from the Gotham City Guide, and they're sharing character boards for some of the board game's stretch goals. Okay, enough with crowdfunding. Let's take a moment and look at some retail news. Twilight Inscription, the roll and write game from Fantasy Flight, is now available at retail. This week we also have 2 major releases for Star Wars Legion. The 501st Legion core set is now available. The Separatist Invasion Force core set has also been released. So that's it, folks. Another wild week in the news. Be sure and stick close because we have so many campaign videos coming up that I'll hardly be sleeping. I also have the month in review getting edited and stitched together now. If you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to help our little channel grow. Thank you to everyone watching and commenting. Have a good one and play something fun tonight.